Join me as I uncover the fascinating ways animals can sense a toxic person and explore other intriguing secrets of animal science. You might have wondered how some animals seem to know exactly what's going on in our minds. They can detect our emotions, our intentions, and even our personality traits. But how do they do it? In the fascinating world of animal senses and behaviors, researchers have discovered that animals interact with humans in ways that are both surprising and insightful. From subtle body language cues to nuanced scent detection, animals have evolved to survive and thrive in a world where humans play a significant role. Have you ever stopped to think about how animals might sense a toxic person? It's a fascinating topic that has far-reaching implications for our daily lives. When we think about toxic people, we often think about the emotional toll they take on us. But what if I told you that animals can sense these individuals too? In fact, they might be more attuned to their negative energy than we are. Toxic individuals often exhibit patterns of behavior that are confrontational, aggressive, and manipulative. Animals can pick up on these cues, and it's not hard to imagine why they might want to avoid them. After all, who wants to be around someone who makes them feel anxious, fearful, or stressed? But how do animals actually sense these toxic vibes? One possibility is that animals are highly attuned to body language and nonverbal cues. When a toxic person enters the room, they might display subtle changes in their posture, facial expressions, or eye contact. Animals, being the adept observers they are, can detect these subtle changes and respond accordingly. Another possibility is that animals can detect changes in our emotional states through scent. Yes, you heard that right. Our emotions can actually influence the scent we produce, and animals might be able to pick up on these subtle changes. It's not hard to imagine how a toxic person's anxiety or aggression might be reflected in their scent, and how an animal might respond to it. But what about the animals themselves? How do they react when they encounter a toxic person? Let's take the example of dogs. When a dog senses a toxic person, it might become agitated, defensive, or even aggressive. This is because dogs are highly attuned to their human companions and can sense when someone is not aligned with their owner's energy. In another example, horses have been observed to display avoidance behaviors when they encounter toxic individuals. This could be due to their highly developed sense of smell, which allows them to detect changes in human emotions. Whatever the reason, it's clear that horses and dogs are not the only animals that can sense toxic people. Research has shown that even birds, reptiles, and fish can detect changes in human emotions and behavior. For instance, some species of birds have been observed to alter their behavior when they sense a human's stress levels. And in the case of fish, studies have shown that they can actually detect changes in human heart rate and skin conductance. What's perhaps most surprising is that animals can even sense our intentions before we act on them. This has been observed in studies where animals were able to detect a human's gaze, attention, and even their mental states. This raises some fascinating questions about the nature of animal consciousness and their ability to interface with human emotions. From the subtle cues of body language to the intangible realms of emotional resonance, it's clear that animals are attuned to our vibes in ways we're still beginning to understand. So what can we learn from their abilities? For one, it highlights the importance of paying attention to our own emotions and the impact we have on those around us. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the fascinating world of animal senses and behaviors. If you've had any experiences with animals or toxic people, be sure to share them in the comments below. And if you're curious to learn more about animal behavior, be sure to check out our next video, where we'll delve into more intriguing secrets of the animal kingdom.